Trevor Benko here, CEO of TGB Supplements.
And this is Ben Jordan, COO of TGB Supplements.
And today we're going to be doing a video talking about the different types of proteins out there. We're going to touch on casein, a few different brands. We're also going to talk about the protein blends, and then we're going to get into the whey protein isolates, whey protein concentrates, and so on. So to get started, we're going to get going with the caseins. And first, I guess we should kind of tell you our brand preferences, just getting it out there up front. I know I personally am a fan of Dymatize Nutrition. I like most of their proteins, the isolates, the hydrolyzed isolates. The main reason, I like the taste. I like the way that their pricing is, I guess it's a little bit more affordable, and they seem to have pretty good quality. But it seems that they're having some changes. I know they recently were bought out. We'll get into that when we get more into their products. What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same. I agree. I really like the Dymatize. Seems like it's a really good bang for your buck type product. I've always used Dymatize myself, and I always recommend that to the customers.
Yeah, so I think we both kind of feel that way, and that's not saying that we don't have other proteins that we like, and we have most of them here with us today, so we're going to touch on them and go through that as we hit on the different types of protein. So like I said, we're going to get started with the casein. The first one we're going to talk about is the Optimum Nutrition. This is the gold standard, naturally flavored, 100% micellar casein. And I like this one here. It's got a pretty good blend. Now, casein is a slower acting protein. It's supposed to gel up in your stomach and digest over a longer period of time, usually what, 7 to 8 hours, I believe. So this would be perfect for before bed, first thing in the morning, maybe with a little bit of whey isolate to give you a prolonged feed. Something that...
Yeah, I mean, if it's somebody, they got a tough work schedule that they can't quite get a meal in every 2 to 3 hours, casein would be real beneficial for them to carry them over to their next meal.
It's something that'll kind of keep you anabolic, keep your muscles fed, and prevent you from getting into that catabolic state. With that being said, moving into this product a little bit more, with it being naturally flavored, they're using honey as their main sweetener, which I like. The ingredient list is pretty short. It's got micellar casein, the natural flavor, honey powder, inulin, sugar, salt, cellulose gum, lecithin, and I'm not sure how you pronounce that there.
Ribadioside A.
Not sure what that is exactly.
Yeah.
It says it contains milk and soy. Hopefully there's not too much soy in there. But overall, it's a pretty quality product. Decent price point. I'd say it's pretty average for micellar casein. No artificial flavors or sweeteners, which I really like. Casein definitely got a little bit more of a gritty taste. Yep. It's not my favorite, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the Optimum's really thick too, so if you're somebody who likes a thicker casein drink, you'd really like the Optimum. Something like the Dymatize, it's a lot thinner, so it doesn't lay on you quite as heavy, so it's a little bit of a difference between them.
Yeah, sometimes a thicker protein could be a little uncomfortable before bed, make you feel a little bit bloated. But I haven't really had that issue with this protein in particular. It seems to do the job, and taste isn't too bad. So moving on to the next one. Alright, let's do the Dymatize next. This is the Dymatize Elite Casein. Similar product, supposed to be 100% micellar casein, but when you look at the label here, there's some things that...
It's a little bit questionable.
Yeah, it makes us wonder, exactly what we're getting. When you first read the label, it says micellar casein, which is good. And then it says sunflower creamer, and it breaks that down into parentheses. It says sunflower oil, maltodextrin, micellar casein again, sunflower lecithin, sodium citrate, and
natural tocopherols.
Natural tocopherols.
Just starts getting into the flavoring then.
Tricalcium phosphate, and then it goes into the flavoring. So we're thinking that this may be a product that, yeah, you are getting micellar casein, but you're also getting some micellar casein from the sunflower creamer. And if that's the case, then I wouldn't consider this 100% micellar casein.
You're kind of getting it indirectly.
Yeah, which, like I said, we are fans of Dymatize, but I'm not too sure about that. It does contain an enzyme blend, protease, lactase, lipase. Those help break down the foods. The lactose for any lactose.
Yep, with the protein.
The lipase is good for with the fats. And protease is just a good digestive enzyme.
Yeah, those are all just for help digesting the proteins and the nutrients.
Another thing that they do is they list the amino acid profile. I don't know if you can see that there, It does list the amino acid profile, which, you know, obviously we like that, especially with all the amino spiking going on nowadays. Now this product here says 25 grams per scoop, and you're going to get 26 servings. What do we got there? 24 grams.
24
servings.
No, this is a lot higher in carbs and sugar.
Yeah, so the naturally sweetened one, probably because of the honey powder, you're getting more carbs and sugar. What, double?
Yeah, 8 grams carb, 4 grams of sugar.
Where the Dymatize is 4 grams of carbs and only 1 gram of sugar. Now they're using mainly sucralose to sweeten the Dymatize, and you will notice a difference in the taste. Like Ben said, it is thinner compared to the Optimum. I believe they're both gluten-free, which is a good thing. Price-wise, this is usually $1 or $2 cheaper than the Optimum, and usually this is the one I go with. But you know, looking at the label, honestly, I'd probably recommend the Optimum over the Dymatize as far as quality. Price-wise, I'd probably go with the Dymatize, of course. One last one we're going to do about the casein is one of our bigger sellers as well. Rule1. Rule1 is actually the Costello family owns this company. They used to own Optimum.
Yep. Then they sold it to Glambia. They didn't like what Glambia was doing with the company, so they started up Rule1 again to kind of bring out the original Optimum.
And you know, that's kind of what we've gotten from the story that we've been told. Anyway, this is another 100% micellar casein. Just like the other two, it lists the amino acid profile. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's see here. As far as the servings, you're getting 28 servings per container, which is more than both of the other two. 25 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar. So it's less carbs, same amount of sugar as the Dymatize, 2 grams less carbs, about the same on the fat. And when you get into the ingredients, the first one is micellar casein again. It says natural and artificial flavors next. Inulin, gum blend.
The xanthan gum, guar gum, and the carrageenan.
And lecithin.
Yep.
And then it uses the ACE-K sweetener. Yep. Salt, sucralose, and red 40.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the dyes.
The xanthan gum, the gum blend, that's pretty much to give it body. So the Rule1's thicker like the Optimum, so it gets you close to that. It's not like the Dymatize.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a little thicker.
Quality-wise, I mean,
I'd prefer if they didn't do this the dye. I mean, it's a strawberry flavor, but I think that's something that companies need to start getting away from. Personally, myself, just no reason to have it in there other than for the looks. I'd prefer it without. But you know, overall quality-wise, I mean, this is a pretty good product. We recommend this company a lot. They have a good price point. They're kind of right in the middle. This one we actually have priced the same as the Dymatize, and you're getting more servings. Quality-wise is there. I mean, they have everything that you would want in a product. Taste is good too. I mean, but like Ben said, it is a little bit thicker. But overall, I believe it's a quality product, and they have good quality proteins. I'm not too fond of their other products myself personally, but their proteins are very good. So overall, you know, if I had to pick between the three myself, it would be between the Rule1 and the Optimum, I would say. And you know, in this case, I like the naturally sweetened, so I'd probably go with the Optimum as far as the top quality. But that's just because that's a naturally sweetened product, and this is not. If we were to compare their normal 100% casein, micellar casein, I would go with the Rule1. So that's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm the same. You get more servings out of the Rule1 compared to the Optimum if you would do the regular casein, like Trevor said. So, and the quality's right there with it. Same texture, which I like a thicker casein shake. So I definitely agree on that one.
Okay, well, moving into the protein blends.
Another thing though, what you guys could do with your casein shakes, I've did it before. We always recommend like a macadamia nut oil, avocado oil, any healthy fats. You could just throw a tablespoon of that into your shake. The fats will help slow the absorption of it down even more, so you get more out of your casein shake. It doesn't really alter the flavor too much either. Yeah.
Also, you know, when you do that, you're getting a lot more healthy fats, and like 95% people out there are lacking in healthy fats. The essential fatty acids are very, very important, especially if you're dieting. Now, if it was like contest prep, I would probably leave the casein out, especially the last couple weeks at the very least. But you know, at the beginning of contest prep, I would use a casein.
Yep.
But like Ben said, I really do like the healthy fats added in there. And macadamia nut oil is my favorite. It has a buttery taste. You don't really notice it in the shake compared to like a coconut oil. But that's a good point.
Yeah, I like the coconut oil. I take a tablespoon of it and put it inside of my mouth. Just let it melt. Get the good MCTs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, going into the protein blends. This one here is a little bit different. This is the new Man Sports Clean Protein. We both really like this product, mainly because it's full disclosure. They actually tell you everything right on the label. You can see exactly what you're getting. Now, I personally tried this product, and in fact, it wasn't this flavor. It was a double stuffed cookie, and taste was pretty good. One thing I didn't like about it, the mixability it's awful. I mean, it's very, very difficult to mix. If you're doing it in a blender, it's great, but in a shaker cup, I definitely had trouble mixing it. And but you're getting what you're getting what you pay for, and you see exactly what you're getting on the label. So we really like that. And I'm a big fan of the Man Sports products. I love their amino acids. They have pretty good quality stuff. So I mean, overall, I like this product. You want to maybe go over what you're getting here?
And this is the only one, I mean, to my knowledge, that gives you a fully disclosed panel on their product.
Yeah, I don't really, not that I'm aware of anyway.
Yeah, that we know of. So I mean,
I'm sure there might be one out there, but yeah, it's definitely something.
Okay, we're starting off with the whey concentrate. You're getting a cross-flow, micro-filtered, cold-processed, and instantized whey protein concentrate, 80%, yielding 6.93 grams of complete protein out of the 9-gram servings. So they're actually breaking it down to decimal points for exactly what you're getting. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yep, next up, we got a whey isolate. It's the same, cross-flow, micro-filtered, cold-processed, and instantized, 90% whey protein isolate, yielding 7.92 grams out of an 8-gram serving. Then we got coming to a micellar casing for an extended feed. We got the same cross-flow, micro, ultra, and nano filtered, cold processed, instantized micellar casing, yielding 5.15 grams of complete protein out of a 6-gram serving. And finally, we got the milk protein isolate, the same cross-flow, micro, and nano filtered, cold processed milk protein isolate, 85%, yielding a 4.92 gram complete protein source out of 6 grams. So I mean, it's pretty cool that they break everything down for you. The other ingredients, we do have maltodextrin listed as the first, and we got natural and artificial flavors, salt, xanthan gum, sucralose, and the ACE-K. Yep. And it does not contain soy protein. That is listed, even though it does have the soy lecithin in it. So it's really good.
Yeah, they also break down the amino acid profile, like some of the other, like Dymatize and Optimum. I don't know if you can see that on there, but the amino acid profile right there, which is always nice to see. It ensures that you're not getting any amino spiking when they actually break down the label like this. Not only are they showing you the amino acids, what it's supposed to contain, but they also break down the label specifically telling you how much of each type of protein you're getting in your product. We wish there would be more companies doing this. I think that's something that needs to happen, especially after the huge amino spiking incident. I mean, everybody's been ripped off at some point or another, and it's ridiculous. We don't want to have, we're not for the FDA putting tougher regulations on supplements. I mean, we don't want them coming in and shutting down the industry altogether. So it's important that we need to have some type of quality control within the industry itself. And that's a big part with the proteins. That made the whole industry look bad. Okay, on to the next one.
Yeah, they even list that they have a money-back guarantee with it too. So I don't know many companies that have that listed on their products.
I'm not aware of any.
Yeah.
As far as price-wise, I mean, this is a little bit more pricey for what you're getting protein-wise, the quality. So I'd say it's not a top quality type of protein as far as the types you're actually getting.
It's definitely not a bang for your buck if you look at it from serving aspect.
I mean, you're getting 23 servings, and we sell this one for about $36 in store. Online, it's probably a couple dollars cheaper, but overall,
it just costs a little bit more because they went through way more effort to have that listed as that's exactly what it is. So they have it tested. So the end consumer gets hit a little bit with it. So kind of get what you pay for, but it sucks you got to pay a little bit more for it, but you know exactly what you're getting. Say some other protein, you think you're getting 25 grams, but you're only getting like 18.6. So.
Yeah. Yep. Another thing, they don't have any artificial dyes, colors, sweeteners in here. I'm sorry, they may have sweeteners in here. There's no artificial colors or dyes. It's a blended protein, so it's got fast and slow. It can be taken any time of the day. Good overall product. Okay, on to the next. Let's see, we got the PEScience Select Protein. Taste-wise, this is one of my favorites. Well, specifically this flavor, the peanut butter cup I really like. This is a milk, I believe, micellar casein blend, right?
Yeah, they use milk isolate.
Milk isolate.
Yep.
And whey concentrate.
Yep. So I think it's 80% casein, 20% whey. That's how that milk comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's 80% casein, 20% whey. That's the milk protein isolate. And then you got the whey protein concentrate, which is 80%. Leucine peptides.
Yeah, they use the pep form.
They got natural and artificial flavors. Sodium chloride, potassium chloride, cocoa powder, guar gum, sucralose, Ace K. Overall, I mean, this is a good blended protein. Can be used before bed. If you're not a huge fan of casein by itself, this is a good alternative. It tastes good. It's good for morning or a meal replacement shake. It's a good quality product. It's very popular, especially online. A lot of guys like this on the forums. Like I said, taste-wise, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I believe they had testing done. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they did have their product tested.
As far as the servings, you get about 27 servings in a container. This is about priced the same as the clean protein. You do get a little more servings, but it's not broken down on the label. 23 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, 3 grams of sugar, 1 gram of fat. Overall, it's a good all-around protein for, anybody who's looking for just a decent anytime protein. If you don't want to be more specific, this is something you can use at any time.
Yeah, it's right in the middle thickness-wise, too. It's not too thick, but it's not thin like a hydrolyzed isolate either.
Yeah.
It's really popular with baking with a lot of people.
Yeah, and like I said, the taste is good. It is a little bit thicker, so in a shaker cup, it does get a little thick and get a little bit clumpy compared to an isolate or a hydrolyzed isolate. But it's a perfect meal replacement. It keeps you full for an hour or two, and it makes you feel like you actually ate something. Anything else you want to touch on there?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The taste is really good with it. The only thing I'd really pick at would be using a straight micellar, which it's not too big of a deal with the milk protein because it is an 80% casein with 20% whey.
Yeah.
The pep form leucine peptides, that's cool. That's a really good leucine peptide.
I don't think they count that towards the protein, though.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So, that's good. It's not spiked. They don't list that contributing to the total protein.
Which is a good thing.
Yep.
We got one more in the, one more in the blends. Well, actually, 2 more. We got the other one there. All right, next we're doing the Quest. This is another one that I like. It's great for cooking. It's another blend. Uses whey isolate and micellar casein. The protein blend from the back of the label is a whey protein isolate, micellar casein, natural flavors, contains less than 2% of the following: cellulose gum, sunflower lecithin, steviol, which is a stevia.
Yeah, imagine it's a
stevia.
Yep.
Yeah, salt. What's that? Carrageen.
Yeah, the carrageen. And
Carrageen.
That's just for like the thickness
Thickening.
of it, like the guar gum type.
And then the sucralose for the sweetener. This does get a little thick, especially if you let it sit. I mean, it really thickens up.
Yeah.
But you can make a pudding out of this, which is pretty amazing. I mean, you just use a little bit less milk or water and put it in your refrigerator, and it actually thickens up into a pudding, which is really good. I do like the taste. Doesn't seem to mess with my stomach. The vanilla is probably my favorite. They have no added sugar. Quest is doing some pretty amazing things in the industry. This is soy-free, 32 servings. A little bit more pricey, but you're getting more servings. 100 calories per serving, 22 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, no fat. Overall, I mean, this is a pretty good meal replacement shake. It could be used for cooking, baking, or just a regular shake any time of the day, morning, night. I like to use this before bed. Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, like Trevor was saying with like the pudding type things, what I've did before, I've used like the almond milk and throw like 2 scoops of your casein type product in a bowl. Just keep putting just enough almond milk in it to where you whip it up into like a pudding, put it in the freezer. So I mean, if you ever wake up in the middle of the night, it's kind of like a treat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting something that you think you shouldn't be getting. So I mean, it really helps
Almost
with the
like,
cravings.
like an ice cream.
Yeah,
type of
like a
pudding.
snack pack type pudding type thing.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
Yeah. Then we got the Phase 8.
Phase 8. I'm not a huge fan of MuscleTech. Just never really, I don't know, I never really enjoyed their products, to be honest with you. I've used them, you know, especially when I was younger. They were all the craze at one time in all the magazines and everything. I think everybody's used some of their products. This is a Phase 8, so it's got it's a blended protein. It's got a bunch of different types of protein. We're going to break it down here. You want to give it a go?
They got an 8-phase blend. It's a biological value scale. They have it listed. The hydrolyzed whey isolate, the whey protein isolate, and the whey protein concentrate. They're all listed as 104 on that scale. Then we go into the milk protein isolate, which is a 91. The calcium caseinate and a micellar casein is a 77. Then they have a couple other ingredients that's not in Phase 8, which is soy proteins, a 74, and brown rice, which is a 70. So those aren't in there. They're just kind of using that for a reference.
You know, and I don't know if we necessarily agree with the whey protein isolate, the hydrolyzed, and what else was it?
The concentrate.
The concentrate all being the same biological value, 104.
Yeah, technically, if you look at it from whey as a base, sure, but I myself, and I think Trevor's going to agree, a hydrolyzed isolate is going to be way better absorbed than a whey concentrate.
Yeah. And you could tell, I mean, if you have any kind of stomach issues, if you take a low quality whey concentrate, you will have an upset stomach. You'll get gassy, bloated, just not a very good feeling. Even if it's a lower quality isolate that, you know, a lot of times I can tell if it's a low quality isolate just by the way I feel after I drink it. I mean, my stomach will just start to get bloated. I'll start to feel gassy. Now, if it's a good quality isolate or a hydrolyzed, I don't have any of that. I mean, no bloating, no gas. I mean, it just feels a lot better.
Yeah, we've even had some customers with an intolerance to lactose a little bit. They can use something like the Dymatize ISO 100 or an Optimum Hydro Whey just for how pure it is.
Yeah, and not have any issues. So, I mean, getting back to this.
Yeah, we're going to touch on the other ingredients a little bit. It's listed as a blend, milk protein isolate supplying calcium caseinate and whey. Then we have whey protein concentrate, micellar casein, calcium caseinate, hydrolyzed whey isolate, then whey isolate. Then they have an amino matrix. Now this is one thing that sticks out to us. It kind of throws a red flag. An amino matrix listed as taurine and glycine. Those are two of the most commonly used aminos to spike a product.
Yeah.
They're really cheap, but they're an amino acid, so it counts as a protein. So
sometimes they'll put the amino acid blend in there to make it seem like they're actually adding extra to the product, something special, you know, to make it even better than what it is. And really, you're just getting ripped off.
Yeah, I mean, technically, they are not wrong because an amino acid is what protein breaks down into amino acids.
Yeah.
But they are wrong for the fact that it's not a solid thing of protein that can be broken down into the full strain of amino acids like where we got it. Like the casein that has them all listed. It can be broken down into the full serving.
You see how they break them down. Now we don't, you know, we're not saying that it is spiked. We don't know.
Yeah, it's just a red flag that gets thrown up to it.
Especially since the spiking, you know, everybody's heard about the amino spiking. So things like this, I mean, with that being the case, you know, having that's happened now, I think companies need to stay away from doing that. I mean, it's anybody that's aware of that,
right?
If they see that, it should be a red flag.
Yeah, they're going to be hesitant to buy that product just from that. After that, we have some maltodextrin, then some sunflower-based creamer with sunflower oil, corn syrup solids, which we're not too big a fan of corn syrup solids, sodium caseinate, mono and diglycerides, dipotassium phosphate, tricalcium phosphate, into the soy lecithin, tocopherols, which is a preservative. Then we got the natural and artificial flavors, salt, soy lecithin, guar gum, which is for like thickness, the silicon dioxide, HK, and sucralose. And it says it's also processed in a facility that does egg, wheat, fish, tree nuts, and shellfish. Yeah. So, I mean, overall it's a decent product, you know what I mean? Just the red flag thing that kind of sticks out to us just because, like we said, with the amino spiking, they just need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, it's a good all around protein that, you know, you can take at any time of the day. If what's in there if what they say is in here is actually in here, and we hope that it is. It should feed you over a long period of time, you know, probably similar to a micellar casein, 7 to 8 hour period. Be good before bed or first thing in the morning. One thing that they do have on here, no proprietary blends, no fillers supposedly, no underdosed key ingredients, no banned substances. So if that's true, you know, this should be a very good product. In fact, I'm actually going to try this out myself because the white chocolate sounded pretty good. I've never used it. I haven't used Phase 8 myself, and I'm very interested to see how the white chocolate is. So maybe once I try it out, I'll do a short video just talking about it and what I think, my honest opinion. We actually have these priced pretty good right now. I think we got these on a close date, so we're actually blowing them out. Let's see here. We only have a few left. The date's December 2016. If anybody's interested in getting a price on that, shoot us an email. We'll have that included at the end of the video. Okay, on to the next one. We're going to go into... Yeah. So we're going to go into more of, I guess, kind of like a meal replacement product.
More caloric dense.
Yeah.
Something that has a little bit more fats or carbs in it.
Alright, this is a Lean 1 from Nutrition 53. This is a pretty popular product for us, mainly because there's a lot of companies out there. There's a product out there called Shakeology. Shakeology is a very similar product. It actually has, I mean, it's almost the same exact formula, and it's a lot more expensive. You know, we recommend this product to a lot of women that are looking for a meal replacement. It has everything you need. It's not a very high protein count. It's about 20 grams per serving, I believe. Let me see. 20 grams?
Yep.
Okay. It's kind of got a full meal replacement. It's got a little bit of everything. It's enough to fill you up. It's good for breakfast. Has some digestive enzymes to help with the digestion. And it says on here, fat burning meal replacement. Now, I'm not really sure where they get the fat burning. I mean, protein in general is a good thing, you know, if you're dieting. They do have some green coffee bean extract, which, you know, as far as the actual value of that in there, it's, I don't think it's anything significant.
No, I mean, it has indirect effects that can increase metabolism. Protein, any protein is going to boost your metabolism. It just has proteins very hard metabolically to break down. Green coffee bean extract, that helps improve insulin sensitivity, so you're going to process your carbs better. So that's indirectly going to help you burn fat. So by saying that that is a fat-burning protein, yeah, they're right, but they're wrong as well. So it's just kind of one of those double-edged sword type things.
We're not a huge fan of marketing techniques like that. We'd rather have, you know, we don't want to deceive our customers. We try to be upfront and be honest. Of course, like Ben said, protein will help, but it's not actually a fat burner. I mean, it's not. I don't know. That's our opinion on that, I guess.
Yeah.
But let's get into the product a little more. So to read the protein matrix here, it starts out milk protein isolate, which is going to be whey protein isolate. I'm sorry, the milk protein isolate, we already went over this once, but it's
it's 80% casein with 20% whey.
Exactly. So that's a slower acting protein, mostly micellar casein. Then we got whey protein isolate, which is good. Pea protein isolate, which isn't bad. I mean, that's a decent, probably one of the best vegan proteins out there.
It's really high in arginine.
Yep. Then it's got sodium caseinate, micellar casein, resistant maltodextrin, which is a type of fiber, cane sugar solids, not too fond of that, inulin fiber from chicory.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Sunflower oil, maltodextrin, and 53 fruit and vegetable blend. So this is where they have a fruit and vegetable powder added in.
So I mean, that would be a proprietary blend then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to go through all the different fruits and vegetables, you know, that they have in here, dehydrated powders.
Yeah, they got a supermarket full of vegetables.
About everything you can imagine. Then let's see here. It says gum blend. They do have a cellulose, xanthan gum blend in here. Soluble dietary fiber, beet powder, green coffee bean extract is listed pretty low on the ingredient list here. Sucralose digestive performance blend, so it does have some digestive enzymes, protease, amylase, lipase.
Looks like there's a little bit of canola oil in that too.
Yeah.
That's not real.
That's not a good thing.
No. Taurine also, that's kind of...
Yep. So, you know, overall, quality-wise, we're a little bit suspect. But...
It's more of like a specialty type product,
yeah.
I'd say. lack of a better way to put it, I don't want to say it wouldn't be for somebody quite as serious, because there's a lot better options that you could make up your own product with that. But it is a good quality product for somebody that's kind of time constrained or looking to kind of get a lot of vitamins and minerals in all in one product.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times, like maybe a stay-at-home mom that's really trying to get back in shape, or you know, for any men or women that are just looking for a quick meal replacement that has some vitamins and nutritional value to it, other than just a protein. Be a good start your day type of product.
Yeah, definitely has a convenience aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, and it's pretty popular. And for the price, I think it's priced reasonable. And compared to the
other formulas,
like
that,
the Shakeology
definitely
product,
way better bang for your buck.
yeah, I mean it's almost the same exact type of formula, and
the price.
Even more. It's like a third of the price.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's that much of a difference. So if you know somebody using something like that, you might want to check this formula out.
They do have a vegan one, I believe, as well. So if they were looking for like a vegan formula, they would get that same type of product.
And the vegan, it is a pretty good protein blend for a vegan product. Okay, so one last one here in this category.
Yeah, this one, it's the MuscleLean from
Metabolic Nutrition. This is a very unique product. I don't think we have anything else out there like this right now.
Yeah.
So this product is actually, on the label it says a lean muscle weight gainer. I think of it more as a healthy meal replacement product. Somebody that's doing like a keto diet or a low carb diet. It has a low glycemic index, and instead of using carbohydrate powders for the mass gainer or weight gainer, they're actually using healthy fats, which is a huge difference. I like that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, most gainers on the market, they're loaded with maltodextrins, dextrose, which they have their place, but when you combine an insulin spike with a lot of fat, insulin spike promotes fat storage. So that's where the gainers have a problem. Unless you're somebody with a smoking metabolism and you can eat pizza, pop, cake, and ice cream and not put a pound on. That's fine. That's great. I wish I could do that. But something like this would be a lot better alternative for most people.
Yeah, I mean, and like Ben was saying, some of the other gainers on the market, they use glucose polymers, just cheap carbohydrates, just to get the calories. And you know, when you think about it, carbohydrates, there's only 4 calories per gram. Protein, 4 calories per gram. Fats have 9, so there's 9 calories per gram. And you know, this company here, we like their company. I mean, it's a innovative company. They have quality stuff. They always seem to bring something new to the market. And in this case, they are bringing something new. It's a new type of product, nothing else out there. And they actually have a cryo flavor technology in here as well. I don't know if you could see that on there. But what that means is if you add ice when you're making this, if you add ice to a blender, it actually unlocks a special flavoring. I think it's an ice cream type of flavor.
Yeah, kind of how like ice cream, the colder it is, the more flavor it disperses. That's the same type of thing that Metabolic had going. That's what we got to try it. They had it whipped up in a shaker cup with